Elron. They named a character Elron on a Jem'Hadar attack ship. No less. That's cute. That's cute. So Jaime is clearly not used to the whole secret identity thing, even though he himself practiced that to Impulse. Like, hey, dude. Of course, he was probably really excited to see Ty. Go figure. I'm wondering when he's going to let Ty in on that one. I also like how Godfrey makes a big deal about the masks like that. You can tell someone's argument is getting desperate when they pull for an argument like that. I don't know how to describe that, but you could tell, right? So Canary is still the psychologist of the group. Makes sense. I'm with it. And trying to both counsel and figure out what's going on with the others. And they get a new HQ in Bloodhaven, which actually kind of suits them. HQ. I'm curious if how long that one's going to last. Then Desparo shows up. I admit I barely recognized this guy, and I was like, is he just a threat? He's just a threat of the week, isn't he? Yeah, he's totally a threat of the week. And at first I was going to be really upset about this, not because I'm yawning, but because of the fact that A, I don't like the threat of the week concept, but B, I don't like the idea of the threat of the week as a plot thing. Usually the threat of the week is there, well, to put this as bluntly as I can, when the writers don't have any other ideas for the episode. Here, at least, they tie it into the main plots, which I'll get to in just a second. I am a huge fan of Phil Lamar, by the way. He's actually probably one of my favorite voice actors. He's at least in the top 10. I just mentioned that because he does a really good job in this episode, both as the Reach ambassador, who is a total slimeball, and Elron, who is hysterical. Who pays for all the repairs these fights cost? I've wondered that more than once. So, of course, well, I mentioned the plots thing, right? Well, there's actually 3 plots that are being moved forward by this, despite the fact that Desparo is clearly just a bad guy of the week. First of all, Megan. She is now very, very hesitant to actually use her psychic powers to nuke someone. Now, that's still wrong. And I know that sounds strange, but what I mean is she's still thinking of things in a binary sense. Yes or no, right or wrong, all or nothing. And that's part of the problem. So it kind of makes sense the way she dealt with this. And it's also interesting that Superboy, that is to say Connor, not only picks up on this, but compartmentalizes it to deal with later. You'll notice he immediately goes to her apartment and be like, listen, we need to talk, okay? We need to chat about this, because, yeah. Second plot. Well, the second plot is the thing with Beetle, which is actually the stinger. God, why am I yawning so much? Okay, now it's time for you to get this Beetle off me. I must not cause the apocalypse, etc. And I suppose you could argue the Reach is the third plot in general. So the Reach is trying to reach out for the meta gene, which totally is nothing like the X gene, even though it's a secret latent ability within humankind that allows them to evolve under certain stresses. Yeah, totally not the X gene. Anyways, moving on. We can't say the word mutants. What are you talking about? It's been copyrighted. I guess trademarked? But seriously, though, the Reach's thing is kind of an interesting take. And I do want to mention something before I talk to the Reach, actually, really quick. I was getting irritated by how Worf the episodes were starting to get. Multiple episodes now in Season 2, there's been a new bad guy, and he's just too much for the team. They can't defeat him. He's too strong. But then new guy shows up and takes him down. I was actually really worried they were going to do that again here with Mal taking on the Guardian's outfit. Thankfully, no. That the whole point here is that Mal is trying to play for time while they come up with a better plan. And then the team actually manages to outwit him by working as a team and using things other than punching. In this case, a combination of magic and telepathy. So, yeah, okay, I'm with that. I was really going to be upset if Mal was just, I am the Guardian and now I can defeat you, because I hate that crap. I really don't like that approach to storytelling. I never have, in comics and shows, whatever. Although, as an aside, I do have to say that the Guardian outfit suits Mal pretty well. So we'll see if that goes anywhere. Anyways, back to the Reach. I have a list of villains, 4 villain types, rough, broad categories. And the Reach Ambassador is a total Type 3 villain. Oh my god. Oh, here, let me help you out. Very well. Now that I've helped you out, let me reveal secret information about you, which will be perceived as damning to those who are ignorant of the reality, and I'll give more ammunition to your enemies in so doing. But I'm the good guy. Slimy snake. So, based on the episode and the bit at the end, I'm starting to think this might be Earth's first real exposure to the very existence of the metagene. That the Reach's experiments are what really opened Earth's eyes to the concept of it being a thing. And as an aside, let me just be clear, I don't actually like the idea of the metagene. I don't. I'm okay with superpowers, and I'm okay with multiple methods of producing those superpowers. Latent mutation is not one of the things I'm okay with. I tolerate it over in Marvel because there's not a lot of choice there. But ultimately, it's trickier to use than you might think. It's kind of the adventurer problem. When you have thousands or millions of adventurers wandering around your world, well, that's going to very substantially and significantly alter your setting, and usually it doesn't, so it just doesn't make sense. Which brings us to the mutant problem. Oh well, at least it's latent and there aren't that many here, so I guess we'll see where they go with this next time.